Once upon a time, and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a bitch who nigga wanna fuck. I said my face bomb, ass like racks, stuck up shack height, jury on me flashlight. I've been listening last night.
What's a hill that you're willing to die on 1,000% of the time?
Cardi B is the wealthiest, exaggerated black woman caricature there is. I distinctly remember when she said that she's not black, and if y'all remember her, funny videos on Instagram, I remember her talking about how she likes dating outside her race, she loves dating black men, da da da. It's so disturbing to see like Cardi B do something and then a dark-skinned black woman can do that exact same thing and she gets praised for it, and then actual black women gets ridiculed for it. She is the best example of someone coming in and taking black culture and just doing absolutely any and everything that they want to do. And but we as black people, we can't go into other people's cultures and take and do everything and make money off of it. And that's just really why I can't get behind her on a lot of things.
What's up, everyone? It's Books and Looks TV. Today, I'm going to be talking about the differences between Sexxy Red and Cardi B and societal expectations. And so my question today is, when is ratchet behavior deemed as acceptable and by whom? So respectability politics are a continuum of behaviors and attitudes that reproduce dominant norms and strategies for producing a counter-narrative to negative stereotypes placed upon subordinate groups, as stated by Harris in 2003. So respectability politics was coined by Evelyn Higginbotham in 1993. And she says the politics of respectability describe how early 20th century black women presented themselves as polite, sexually pure, and thrifty to reject stereotypes of them as immoral, childlike, and unworthy of respect and protection. So in a nutshell, respectability politics describes a self-presentation strategy historically adopted by African American women to reject white stereotypes by promoting morality while de-emphasizing sexuality. In this regards, a lot of women feel that being what some would consider classy or bougie or knowing when and where to act kind of helps you in not being attacked or just have some type of respect in society. When we think about colorism in rap, or we think about classism, or we think about anything that relates to like ratchet feminism, I think that respectability politics plays a huge role, especially in women hip hop. But also how looks define what is feminine, and also that incorporates the color of your skin, which leads me to my next definition, femininity. So femininity is defined as womanliness, and it's a set of attributes, behaviors, and roles generally associated with women and girls. Femininity can be understood as socially constructed, and there's also some evidence that some behaviors considered feminine are influenced by both cultural factors and biological factors. Those with lighter and or whiter skin tend to be perceived as more feminine, even if they engage in deviant behaviors. Yet non-ambiguous black women do not receive the same amount of grace. So today I will examine two female rappers, Sexxy Red and Cardi B, their similarities and differences, and most of all, their social deviance and phonetic makeup and racial identity. I think it's very important to look at how internalized racism and influence how we judge Sexxy Red compared to Cardi B. Though this video commentary is about them, I'm talking about the larger scheme of like who gets a pass, what's considered like being ratchet, or what people will label a hood rat. And so I'm just looking at in general the system of internalized racism and just the proximity to whiteness and privileges that people get in general in this sphere of entertainment. I think it's important to note that Cardi B, in my opinion, is a white Hispanic who happens to be Dominican. And I think because of the racial history of the island, that she could be considered generally a quadroon or less. Do not believe that she is Afro-Latino, and I think it's only because of her popularity and convenience of having black fans that she later decided to label herself Afro-Latino. Additionally, her skin complexion offers her protection and privileges in hip hop. On the other hand, Sexy Red is undeniably presented as a dark-skinned black woman and is treated as such. Cardi B, though she has been criticized for being ratchet, how Sexy Red has an ongoing conversation of being ratchet and the backlash she received versus how Cardi B got away with a lot, even proclaimed crimes and just deviance that Sexy Red wouldn't have that same level of grace. Sexy Red has done some outrageous things, but again, not on the level of Cardi, if we're being honest. So they are both considered ratchet. Cardi has admitted the gang affiliation. She has pulled up to fight women in public places, even rapped about it in her lyrics. She's thrown shoes at non-confrontational folks and called black women roaches, and admitted again to setting men up. So they both wear revealing clothes and present a hood aesthetic. Cardi B makes Sexy Red honestly look like a Diet Coke compared to how she has expressed herself on reality TV, social media, and etc. But again, because of the complexion of Sexy Red's skin and I believe social media, Sexy Red is kind of hiding as like the worst person right now when we think about female rap compared to Sukihana, has again done public stunts and is a dark-skinned woman. Cardi B, as a lot of y'all know, got her start on Love and Hip Hop. She was usually loud and uncanny and paired up with a dark-skinned woman or best friend, and usually chasing a black man on the television show. Despite her antics, which included attacking a black woman who never hit her, she still got support from black women. That's the minimum, okay? Like, despite all she did, but just people literally saw this on television. No one really checked her, right? I think that she gets support from other races, obviously. But again, I'm a black woman, so that's my concern right now. And Cardi B often, especially at the beginning of her career, she, just like Sexy Red, pronounced that she was ratchet and she was wild. She capitalized off of it. A lot of people say they love Cardi B because she was being herself and she happened to glow up. I think Sexy Red right now, she probably is at a level where she's earning money, but she still is continuing to use that image. And it's not to say that she won't change her image, but I think the fact that Cardi B went from someone people say was pregnant and twerking on stage to now becoming a mother and deciding what she will and would not do means a lot when it comes to like money and access. Cardi did get that amount of money. She decided, I don't have to do Love and Hip Hop. I'm going to be a mom and I'm going to be a wife, but she still happens to dibble and dabble in hood rat behavior. Now I'm just going to talk about how Cardi B has flip-flopped when it comes to if she's Dominican, a white Dominican, or if she's in fact Afro-Latino. In this DJ Vlad interview, she actually acknowledged that colorism exists in New York City and how a lot of men like the exotic look. She also went on to say that she has dated black men who say they don't date black women.
I have dated guys that they're black and they have told me like I don't date black girls. And it's like I be telling them, but you're black, but your mom is black. You don't think that's weird? And then they tell me, well, you don't date Spanish guys, right? And I say, no, I don't. I date black guys. And it's like, so.
Never did I hear Cardi B say, well, I'm actually a black woman. She just seemed to say that she attracted those men. And I'm presuming that she continued to date them despite that. In the public opinion on Cardi B's race, at least on social media, people say that when money is involved, people tend to flip-flop on what benefits their race, or people tend to flip-flop on who they are. And especially, again, when it comes to benefit them, some people will even say they're black or they have some black in them so they can say derogatory terms like the N-word. And of course, people have said, at first Cardi B denied being black. She said she was in an interracial relationship. She said she was a Spanish girl who likes black guys. In multiple interviews, that Cardi B never really got challenged for that overall. She's able to co-opt a space or just be a part of hip hop where a lot of the fans and onlookers are black, and there are a lot of black artists that it's convenient for her to say she's black, especially in a place like where New York City, that there's like a melting pot, and a lot of the Latinos, they get a pass usually for saying the N-word. But again, aside from that, it was a serious proclamation of Cardi even, going on a tangent on how she used to set up guys. And a lot of people in hindsight said, well, this isn't right. She was literally drugging those men and robbing them. Again, a lot of people say, well, the victims haven't spoken up, so maybe that's why Cardi B has gone away with it. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's privilege, or do you think the victims need to speak up, or is it something else? But to me, I think that type of lifestyle was glamorized glamorized, and women and men, but especially women, saw it as, oh, she got over on a guy that is justified. And again, there's this weird connotation of men do it to women all the time, but if wrong is wrong, why didn't Cardi B ever get canceled for that? So now I'm going to talk about Sexxy Red and the public opinion of people and just my personal thoughts. Someone says, in all the 48 years of my life, I've just heard the most disturbing and disgusting song on the radio ever. I think it's called Pound Town. What is this? Man, if this is the future of hip hop and what we are allowing our kids to listen to, we're headed in a bad direction. This is why I seldomly listen to the radio. They shouldn't even allow this type of garbage to be on the radio. Pound Town is a pound of trash, garbage music. A few days ago, my curiosity led me to want to know, what is Pound Town? I literally wanted to get baptized. Y'all really disguising garbage music. I don't listen to the radio much, but this morning that Pound Town song came on. I say that's one of the worst pieces of garbage to hear radio waves. This world accepts and pushes anything nowadays is trash. Someone else says, I got an attitude every time I hear that Pound Town bullshit. So again, now I can't help but ask, what makes Cardi B's music and Sexxy Red's music so different? What makes them so different, even how they present themselves? The things that I can say generally are, 1, people pick and choose who to support. 2, Cardi, despite all her ratchetness, benefits from being an appearing Hispanic, as men say, spicy. Yet Sexxy Red is someone who would be, I guess, less spicy or ghetto. Someone asked the question, why don't y'all like Sexxy Red? Besides that dumb song, what's y'all beef with sis? I don't get it. Someone says she's beautiful. I think the issue is that she's a little too ghetto, to the point where it's embarrassing to black women. To me it is. No one has to be perfect, but to be in the limelight and represent something less than what we deserve to be labeled is sad to me. Sukiana is way worse though. Now, if people would say that in the manner you said, that would be fine. But I've seen people saying some real foul stuff about this young girl based off her looks, and that's sad. And the people say the meanest things about her, act and look just like her. So that's why I'm confused. Maybe they don't like their own reflection. These are like comparisons to her, and just overall I just started thinking, like, why is Sexxy Red so judged? Not to say that I approve of everything she does, but I was like, Cardi B did the same thing, and some people will even argue that Cardi B opened for like the stripper rap wave of rappers, and like in today's terms, Cardi B, because she became like the biggest star of that era. So my conclusion is that Sexxy Red is an industry plant, not to say that Cardi wasn't. And when I say industry plant, I'm not saying that people don't grind or try. I'm just saying that there's an industry that plants a seed for ratchet women in hip hop. I just think that internalized racism is why a lot of black women turn their head at Cardi compared to Sexxy Red. I think that Sexxy Red being new and constantly acting out on social media, which is in more real time than say Love and Hip Hop. At the time, don't get me wrong, social media was prominent, but with Love and Hip Hop and Cardi B's image, there was a scheduled airing of all the things she did. Some people will excuse Love and Hip Hop as being scripted, though Cardi does have an outspoken personality. I think Cardi's actions in real life, unscripted, are worse than a lot of Sexxy Reds, to be honest, at this time, because I don't know what Sexxy Red is going to do next. I will be real and say a lot of people didn't like Cardi because she isn't considered as desirable or ratchet, at least, in her behavior. The fact that the stigma did not stick with Cardi and she managed to obtain so much success in a short time proves that she has the right complexion for protection, in my opinion. And so these are my thoughts. My thoughts are my own. Thank you for listening to Books and Looks TV. I'll see y'all next time.